How's it going, Blues fans? My name is Nico Pauly, creator of the Blue Blog here on YouTube and on Instagram as well. As you see behind me, I do have the Rams game on. FLA Rams and frick you, Stan Kroenke. But I do have a life parlay on this one, and I knew Kyren Williams only needs 1.5 yards to hit the over. I need Kamara to get some receptions, but that's not why we're here. We're here because the Blues have a massive bounce-back game against Florida, the Panthers, after a brutal performance against Tampa Bay. Sorry about the no video against the Tampa Bay one. I was running around, out and about, living life. Went to work, watched the game, stayed there till the game was over, then went out, ran around, got home, slept, woke up, went to the gym. So, not a lot of time for me to record a video, but honestly, if you want me to go over the game right now with you, poop. There you go. That's my recap on the Tampa game. This game, different story. So, first shift of this game, I felt like was really strong. We went with the Shen, Neighbors, and Kapanen line. Kapanen, I felt like has been playing so good, yet just can't really finish. They come out, they set the tone. They're in the offensive zone. They're moving the puck around. Falk and Krug are on the point. Get up to the point, shot on net. The Blues, or this line specifically, is really good at tracking the puck. And then 40 seconds go by, and different game. The Panthers come out and they kind of wake up. Panthers for the next 3 minutes, I felt like were just hemming shots. Hofer, I felt like at the start and for the most of the game. Rebound control, no bueno. At this point, if you want to be honest with you, I felt like we were going to for sure lose this game. But you know what? Hofer did a good job tracking his rebounds after he had terrible control over them. And the Blues defense did a good job swarming that puck when Hofer bounced that puck out. So, kudos to the St. Louis Blues for that. Eventually, we would get first line chemistry, pass, and then a miss from the net from Pavel Buchnevich. But Robert Thomas would pick this puck up from behind the net and pass it to Jordan Kyrou really quickly. Kyrou pretty much had an open net with two Panthers defensemen in front of him, one in between the legs through both of them, and in the net. The St. Louis Blues are now winning this game 1-0 at the 4:50 mark, assisted from Thomas and Buchnevich. Then 23 seconds later, Buchnevich would go to Thomas, Buchnevich to Kyrou to Buch, and they just keep passing back and forth, and Buchnevich would score to make this a 2-0 game 23 seconds after the first goal. But this was deemed offsides because Kyrou can't really move his feet back. So, he didn't get the leg kick out there behind him to keep this a good goal. It was called back eventually, and now the score is back to 1-0. The St. Louis Blues at this point had a little bit of momentum, but the Florida Panthers weren't dead. I felt like the Florida Panthers had a great job breaking the puck out for most of the game. They were really good at breaking it out and then coming in with speed. But their problem was they're shooting from everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. And you know what? A lot of quantity, just not a lot of quality, if you want to be honest. And Hofer was there standing strong. Again, the first line, next shift, they're out there at the 7:46 mark. Pavel Buchnevich was scoring a tic-tac-toe play from Kyrou and Thomas. He started with Thomas around the outside, the Kyrou over the Buchnevich to hold this puppy backhand, keep holding, great patience, float this puppy over, and the Blues are up 2-0, and this goal is not called back. For some reason, the NHL app has this listed as a shorthanded goal. That's silly. But I can promise you this was not a shorthanded goal. So then time goes by. The Panthers are really trying to get back in this game. They end up getting a power play, and I guess they capitalize on this one. I don't remember them being on a power play, but the NHL app says it is. But it doesn't matter because this goal was absolutely fluky. So Luostarinen at center ice crosses the red line, goes to dump this puck in, hits the corner of the glass. It didn't go too far out to where it was going to be called off or out of play. It's kind of more like in the rink, right? And it just hit the perfect angle. And Hofer was expecting to get rimmed, didn't get rimmed. Perfect bounce into the back of the net. And spoiler alert, but this would be Florida's only good goal of the game. St. Louis Blues just 3 minutes later had a good response. A great forecheck from this third line, the Hayes, Toropchenko, and Saad line. Saad would come in, get this puck, throw it up to Scandella. Scandella would throw a puck on net, and Toropchenko's right there battling in front of the net, gets a stick on it, and the St. Louis Blues are up 3-1 in the second period. Second period was very eventful. Lots of shots from each team, lots of goals. I mean, we pretty much saw everything, and it was looking pretty good that we're up 3-1 in Florida. Now to start the third period, it was kind of rough. The Florida Panthers obviously wanted to come in, throwing pucks on net, and eventually, while throwing it around, they would score. But honestly, it shouldn't have even been reviewed because Lomberg had his stick above his head, and this was tipped in front. Goal clearly gets called back. Not a big deal. We love to see that, and the game would keep going. Florida Panthers, again, would keep trying, throwing pucks from everywhere. Nothing goes. And then around center ice at the halfway mark of the game, the Florida Panthers would take a slashing penalty, and the St. Louis Blues go on the power play for the first time. Power play goes 0 for 1. Nothing much. Honestly, it should have been called short because Braden Shen got lucky. Braden Shen in our own zone on the power play in a regroup, kind of stick-lifted Bennett and high-sticked him. And after that, the fans were really feeling it after that. They really hated the ref. One thing I would like to point out and shout out, there's a kid behind the net when the ref skated by was flipping off. I swear to God, this kid was like 5 or 6 years old, and I thought it was the coolest and best thing ever. I mean, I respect the rest. It's a tough job to do, but it's funny. I like entertainment, so who cares? Then the Florida Panthers would pull the goalie down 3-1 around the 3.5 minute mark. And it didn't take long because at 16:51, at 3:01 in the period, Pavel Buchnevich would rifle one from our own D zone and make this 4-1 game. After that, there wasn't really anything much going on. And the St. Louis Blues win this game. Originally, it did say the Florida Panthers had 40 shots on goal. Now it says 36. On my Instagram post, I did list it as 40, so I'm going to stick with 40. So Joel Hofer stopped 39 of 40 tonight, posting a .975 save percentage. He was great. My only complaint, like I said on my Instagram too, the rebound control. He's not eating these pucks. Pucks that should be eaten, he's letting loose. And teams who are really hungry, like Tampa Bay, would love to take advantage of that, right? It's just something he's got to clean up. Again, I say this pretty much anytime he starts. He's only about 23 years old. It's not a big deal. He's still got a lot to learn. Not a big deal. Again, our first line, fantastic tonight. Robert Thomas has 3 assists. Only one, I believe, that was primary, but you know how Robert Thomas is. I mean, he's creating space and zipping these pucks around. He looked beautiful. Kyrou with a goal and an assist tonight, and Buchnevich with 2 goals. Technically 3 if you count the one that's called off offsides. And an assist tonight. So the first line absolutely dominated. Toropchenko with the goal too. Assisted from Scandella and Saad. The second line, Braden Shen. I hate to hate on him. Non-existent. This whole season he's been non-existent. I think he only has 5 or 6 goals. 3 of them came from one game where we blew out the Avalanche. Shen needs to wake up. It's been frustrating to see our captain struggle a little bit. Excuse me. Each team goes 0 for 1 on the power play with a solid whopping 0% each way. The Blues get dominated, only winning 17 of 53 faceoffs. That's a 32%. Absolutely no bueno right there. St. Louis wins in the hits department, though I feel like the Florida Panthers had the bigger hits this game. Montour leveled Kyrou, and Kapanen got leveled by Mikkola. But the St. Louis Blues still come out with the hits. And the block shots were 16-4 in favor of St. Louis. Obviously, we're blocking shots in Florida. Just throws pucks from everywhere. First period, the St. Louis Blues got outshot 5-9. Outshot again in the second, 12-15. And outshot again 7-12 in the third period, it says. And total game outshot, I guess, quote-unquote, 24-36, though I have it as 40 shots on that. But yeah, that's really all I got. It was a great bounce back game. Next game is Chicago, I believe, right before the Christmas break. Let me double check for everybody, all you fine people living life. Yeah, so the 23rd will be the last game before the Christmas break, where they will have the 24th, 25th, 26th, and possibly the 27th off, though I believe they might be back in time for that one. This game might be in Chicago. The new NHL app is insanely frustrating. Insanely frustrating, just because I can't see where the game's at. Anyways, that's all for me. Let me know what you guys think of the game. Sorry for not posting a Tampa game, but you know what? My little summary of one word describes the entire thing. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see later. Sorry there's no big news, so I can post more. A little inconsistent right now, but until Saturday night, it looks like I will see you guys then. Go Blues.